Truthfully, this has been life-changing. I can't believe this.
It is a new year, and I thought this year I would try some new things that would make me feel better both mentally and physically, like massages and TikTok. I stumbled upon that whole celery juice cleanse that was so huge last year, and I've always wanted to try it, so I thought, tis time. I've heard so many great things about this cleanse, and I've also heard a lot of critics saying that it doesn't work, but you're nobody unless you have haters, right? Something you may not know about me, over the last couple of years, I've really struggled with a lot of symptoms that some of my doctors feel strongly that it could be related to an autoimmune disease. I don't really like saying that because I do feel like what you speak into your life actually has power. But if I'm being honest, I have dealt with a lot of symptoms that haven't made me feel so good. Symptoms like skin conditions, eye inflammation, like inside of my eyeball, headaches, fatigue, brain fog, which you know, based on how many things I say incorrectly on this channel, chronic dehydration, achy joints. That has nothing to do with me falling down the stairs. I know what you're thinking. Totally unrelated, but probably now also related. And most of those symptoms are things that people who have done the celery juice cleanse swear that they go away when they start juicing. This whole phenomenon was started by the medical medium. He is a New York Times best-selling author. You can actually listen to his audiobook on Audible about this called Medical Medium Celery Juice, and you can find out all the nitty-gritty details of this cleanse. And speaking of, Audible, by the way, is sponsoring this video, and I'm gonna get to more of that a little bit later. But back to torturing myself with healthy eating or drinking. For the next 7 days, I'm gonna be drinking 16 ounces of organic celery juice first thing in the morning and see what happens. Are you excited? First step, acquiring the goods, but first I have to put real pants on.
I'm currently at Sprouts. They have a good selection of organic celery. I had to move to the sauce aisle because there was a weird guy on the produce aisle telling me my cart looked really fresh.
Basket spells freshness.
So, based on my research, I've determined that I'm gonna need to juice 2 bundles of celery per day to make 16 ounces of celery juice. I'm also going to include Matt on this journey because if I suffer, he suffers, you know? Marriage. Technically, that means I'm gonna need 4 bundles a day times 7, that is 28 bundles, times $1.99 plus tax. And that's gonna land me around $60 in celery. It's hard to swallow, even just saying it, and I haven't even started drinking it yet.
So there are 3 ways I could do this juicing cleanse. The first option was to go to one of those bougie Los Angeles juicing places and buy a bottle of celery juice. Fun fact, the celery juice cleanse works best if you make your celery juice fresh every day. So I'd have to literally go get fresh celery juice from somewhere every single day. And those juices cost like $6 each, plus gas, plus my time, and my sanity in Los Angeles traffic, which is actually worth something, come to find out. The second option was to use a blender and blend up the celery and then strain it in something called a hemp cloth. The visual was enough to make me not want to do that option. So the third option is buying a juicer. Now, I don't need any more crap in my house. However, I don't have a juicer and I feel like that we could use that if we drink juice. One of the YouTubers who did a video about this, link to hers, shout out to you. I bought it off your affiliate link. And this juicer was around $45, pretty affordable. I'm becoming a juicer, folks. One little piece of plastic at a time. Good morning. Day 1 has already started off on the wrong foot. I have a terrible stomach ache this morning. Like, I've been in the bathroom 3 times, but I can't decide if I'm nervous or if I'm excited about the celery juice this morning because my stomach hurts so bad. It might be because I ate a huge bowl of an ice cream sundae that I made last night. So I have to go cut my celery and then juice my celery, and then Mama's gotta drink it. Okay, present Erin chiming in while past Erin is over here prepping her celery to thank Audible for sponsoring this video.
I wouldn't be able to buy $60 worth of celery without them, so legit, thank you so much.
I'm really excited about this partnership because audiobooks are the best. I don't know about you, but when I'm driving or really sitting in traffic or cleaning my house, I have to be entertained. Call me a millennial. Barely. Personally, I'm usually listening to audiobooks that are more self-help related. Matt and I are obsessed right now with Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. That
audiobook is available on Audible. They literally have anything you could ever want. Audible also has a huge selection of originals and exclusive audio titles that are created by storytellers around the world in the field of theater and journalism. And unlike streaming platforms that you listen to, you actually own your Audible titles, which is really important because I always like to go back and re-listen and freshen up on audiobooks that I've listened to in the past. Also, Audible is challenging us, both current and new members, to finish 3 audiobooks by March 3rd. And if you do, you will get a $20 Amazon credit. There's nothing to do to enter, and Audible will keep track of your progress for you. Use my link, go to audible.com/Erin Robinson or text Erin Robinson to 500-500. You can start your 30-day membership, which includes 1 free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Again, in case you forgot, it's audible.com/Erin Robinson or text Erin Robinson to 500-500. Love that for you. Okay, now back to past Erin, whose life is about to be changed forever.
I cut off all the stalks because some people were saying online that these make it taste really bitter. You can just blend it all together, but considering my stomach is already upset, I just want to get the most basic version of this juice. So I'm just gonna wash all this grit and grime off of these and get to juicing, I guess. Vegetable murderer, and I like it. 'Tis the moment of truth. Everybody's taste buds are different. It doesn't taste great. It just kind of tastes like your green juice. This is why I don't get green juices, because I don't find them to be particularly delicious. Kind of has like a drying, salty flavor to it. I mean, it looks beautiful. She's sexy, but she's just okay once you get to know her. Like a lot of Instagram models out there. The more I sit around here and talk about how it tastes, the worse it tastes. So I think I'm just gonna drink it. So I've actually heard that the first couple of days are pretty rough on this cleanse. People have said they've gotten breakouts, nausea, and a little something that people like to call
explosive diarrhea.
Sorry if that's TMI, but I would hate for you to do this cleanse and have that sneak up on you. I don't want that on my conscience, so. Day 2 is upon us, and I can officially report back some updates about day 1 that were pretty fascinating. I didn't have any poop emergencies, #blessed, and I didn't really think much of it. Once I finished drinking my juice, I just went about my day. And then all of a sudden, about midday, I thought, why do I have so much energy right now? I feel like I had a full night's rest, even though I didn't sleep very well. Then I remembered I had the celery juice. I was surprised at how much energy I had yesterday. Similar to other creators, last night before I went to bed, I started to notice that I'm breaking out. I have one here, a couple here. I almost never break out anymore.
#blessed.
I maybe break out like 3 times a year. So the fact that I have zits on my face right now tells me that something is going on. I also realized the taste that I'm looking for to describe this, the taste is like celery milk, but skim milk. You know how skim milk has like an almost thick but mostly watery consistency? It's exactly like that, except it tastes like celery. Day 2. Honestly, saying it tastes like skim milk makes it more disgusting. I shouldn't have done that. Day 3 is here, and I actually was really excited to wake up and juice this morning. I don't know what's gotten into me. It's not that this is particularly delicious, but the routine of making it, juicing it, and then drinking it with you is somehow weirdly satisfying. Maybe I should get out more. Yesterday, that whole bathroom myth surrounding celery juice, it happened. It wasn't a pleasant experience, but we made it through. I had the same energy boost yesterday that I had on day 1. I was firing, my brain was firing, my skin has gotten a little bit better. I think by the time the end of the week gets here, I'm gonna feel some kind of way. Day 4 brings with it my handsome husband. Oh, I almost hit you in the face. Tell the people how you've been feeling.
I've been feeling pretty good. It's actually surprisingly filling, and I go to the office, I usually snack. I haven't been snacking or feeling the need to. I feel like I have more energy. I just feel healthy, which is kind of a weird thing, but it makes me not want to use much junk. It's not like tasty, but it's also not like repulsive. And so for me, I can actually like guzzle it down in like 20 seconds.
Okay, we might put you to the test right now.
Can you do it?
What?
It's gonna like be a college drinking game.
I don't know if I can do it, babe.
Can you shotgun your celery cleanse?
I might poop all over the place, but I'm down to try it. Okay, let's see who can drink this the fastest. Matt has a disadvantage because his throat is naturally bigger than mine.
I have an advantage.
That's what I meant.
Go. That was pretty good.
There's not enough room inside of me. This is what a silver medal gets you. So I mentioned to you that I had had some psoriasis issues in the past. When I first started this cleanse, I had a patch of psoriasis on my leg. It was really small. I think I have celery in my panties. I'm happy to report that it really did clear up. I'm gonna show you kind of the area that has the psoriasis patch, but they're so much less irritated than they were originally. And that is without me doing any extra treatments, creams. I don't know, either I'm less stressed than I was 5 days ago, or the celery juice might be helping.
So I'm jumping in here for the finale of this video because I want to get to the results to you ASAP. I did juice for day 6 and 7 and I thought my results kind of confirmed on those days what I'm going to tell you right now. So Matt and I have combined notes, we've talked about this, and these are the results that were significant for us. I felt a huge energy burst throughout the mid part of my day, even more so than I really experienced with coffee, and I drink a lot of coffee. The fact that this celery juice really worked better than coffee was kind of mind-blowing. Speaking of mind-blowing, I felt like just sharper. I felt more mentally able to check things off my to-do list without getting distracted. I do feel like any ADD tendencies that I had, celery juice kind of helped me stay on course, which is kind of wild because it's a vegetable. Another significant change is that both Matt and I experienced our appetites being significantly curbed. I think I need some celery juice right now for my brain. I am not a huge breakfast person. Matt eats breakfast every single morning. He can't live his life without it. After we celery juice in the morning, neither of us were super hungry at all. I mean, personally, I wasn't hungry until after lunchtime, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I didn't even want to eat anything because I was just so very full. I don't think anybody should drink celery juice to eat less. I don't really think that's a good strategy, but spending the amount of money that we spent on celery juice and also not eating the money we normally spend on breakfast, it was like a cost savings. So I'm kind of glad that I could celery juice as kind of my breakfast in the morning. I did not crave many sweets. I have to have a little sweet every day, sometimes multiple times a day, but they're small, so it's like, you know, everything in moderation. I did not really care to munch on anything sweet. It was kind of strange because I love to eat. Y'all know this about me. And even when I was training for pageants back in the day, hardcore, I would allow myself to eat 1 spoonful of cookie dough a day. I just needed that for my mental health. That's how serious my sweet tooth is. The fact that I didn't really need that at all this week is really impressive. You guys know I have had some psoriasis patches here and there and everywhere. This week, the little spots that I had did go away pretty quickly, all except for one that's on my finger. It's still taking some time to heal up, but all the other spots in my body were there and gone within like a day or so, which is very, very rare. Don't really have anything else to attribute that to except for this celery cleanse. There were a few cons. Storing 28 bundles of celery every week in my fridge isn't realistic and something I could keep up long term. I would have to do multiple grocery trips a week. By the time I get 28 bundles into my fridge, there's literally no room for anything else. It's not super realistic for my lifestyle to continue, but I probably will do this several times throughout the year because I do really feel like it made a huge difference. Next up, it's a really messy process. Juicing anything is messy, which I kind of knew, but I didn't realize until I started cleaning up every single day. It really took a lot of time. My juicer comes with 6 pieces that I basically have to wash every single time I use it, which means that I'm essentially adding 42 pieces of dishware to my cleanup in the kitchen each week, which is a lot. It's a lot of soap, it's a lot of water, it's a lot of time. It really is kind of a big routine commitment. I find it hard just waking up on time. Adding a 15 to 20 minute extra thing in the morning every single day is really challenging to do and really worth it. I wouldn't be saying that the results were significant if I really didn't feel that in my body. I was kind of skeptical throughout the week. I'm like, oh, well, whatever, it's just juice, like how good could it be? But I actually think this is really good. I did feel better. I also started to enjoy the taste as the week went on, which I was surprised by because the first couple of days were definitely really hard. By day 6 or 7, I was totally used to it and the taste didn't bother me at all. I will say the first sip is always the strongest and always the hardest, but the more you drink it, the easier it gets to swallow it. What? That's such a weird way to say that. And if you're interested in more healthy food experiences, I actually tried all of the Beyond Meat burgers in Los Angeles and kind of taste tested them and ranked them based on my favorites. I'll put that somewhere on the screen for you to check out. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. Also, let me know in the comments if you've done this celery juice cleanse and the benefits that you saw from it. Benji's driving me insane, so I'll see you back here next time. Bye.